We have huge breaking news tonight, and I can't even believe I'm going to tell you what I'm about to tell you.
It's Politico exclusive blockbuster story.
But wow, what a big story.
Chris, I'm gobsmacked for the same reasons that you are, in the sense that Politico has posted a 98-page opinion.
This is a very, very important development because this draft opinion from the Supreme Court is a complete repudiation of the 1973 Roe versus Wade decision.
A leaked memo that was never supposed to be leaked essentially appears to show that Roe v. Wade is done in this country.
Written by Justice Alito, showing the Supreme Court striking down Roe versus Wade. Quote, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, Alito writes. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled, he writes in the document labeled as the opinion of the court. Again, I'm reading from the Politico article. It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives. Now,
this really is huge. There are 9 Supreme Court justices. This opinion shows that the court majority has been established. In other words, in the initial conference of the justices after the arguments, there were 5 votes on Justice Alito's side. He's the justice that wrote the opinion. The only question is, will Justice Roberts make it a 6-3 court decision?
You know, there are now 6 staunch conservative justices on the Supreme Court, which means you don't even need to keep all of the conservative justices in order to reach a conservative outcome. So even if there, are one justice who is, a little bit equivocating, all you need is 5 conservative justices to, not just uphold the Mississippi law, but I think go further and overturn Roe and Casey.
They are working on a nationwide abortion ban to make it a crime. Coast to coast, everywhere in the country, as soon as they've got power. As Chris Hayes just noted a moment ago, it would be H.R. 1 or Senate Bill 1 if Republicans, in fact, get back in power. But to have that paired tonight with this draft opinion saying that the Supreme Court is about to clear the way just for that means that we are on the precipice of becoming a very different country.
Congressman Mike Johnson rightly said, all of us are scrambling to discern the facts. But if indeed this is a leak of a draft SCOTUS opinion, it is not only unprecedented, but also a shameless attempt to pressure justices into reversing their correct position that individual states can outlaw killing unborn babies.
I would say that the fact that somebody is leaking this is telling us that that person hopes that they can sway perhaps Chief Justice John Roberts to split the difference a little bit. Again, I'm totally speculating, but This extraordinary leak, I think, needs to be read on its own as somebody really trying to draw attention to what the court is about to do to the lives of the American people.
A complete moment of break glass desperation, right? 50 years that has built up to this moment in which a sustained attack on reproductive rights in this country by the political forces that lost in Roe and then again in Casey, to gut it, to whittle it away, to try to sort of eviscerate it, everything but overturn. That the moment is here. The wolf is at the door and they are going to overturn Roe.
The sky has fallen.
So over these coming months, we need to pray. We need to pray earnestly because we know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against demonic strongholds that have taken the lives of more than 61 million human beings through this travesty of justice.
Tonight, New York Governor Kathy Hochul called the news of the High Court's leaked decision a disgrace, adding, "We will fight it with everything we've got."
Democrats are inordinately furious. Why? Because they want to keep the right to kill babies in the womb.
There are 5 religious zealots on the Supreme Court, and they just overturned one of the largest precedents in American history. They have no morality. They're not going to do the right thing. We're in super dark times. The Republicans are evil. If you're a woman and you're voting for Republicans, you should have your head examined. We don't want you. We don't like you. We're lambs to the slaughter because our leadership is pathetic.
Abortion rights are human rights.
Tensions running high outside the Supreme Court.
This is a spiritual battle, and we have to fight it spiritually. So pray for Justice Roberts. Pray for all those that are in authority. Pray against the evil of abortion, and pray that the gospel continues to have free course. Because our agenda as a church is to take the message of everlasting life to a dying world.
You know, its heart begins beating at 3 weeks, 1 day. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Okay to kill it then?
Yes, I am a woman who has had an abortion before, and it's not weighing on my conscience.
Did you feel guilty when you killed your child?
No.
Honestly, like, if I were to get an abortion, I know it's selfish of me and I'm, like, evil, but I could be judged however I want. I just don't feel like I'd be ready. Like, if it comes to me, you know, at the end of the day, it is a woman's choice, because it's just not like, you know, doing abortion to party, you know? It's doing it to prioritize my education and whatnot.
So education's a good reason for killing the baby?
Well, when you put it like that, no.
So it's a baby in the womb, is that right?
Yeah.
Finish the sentence. It's okay to kill a baby in the womb. When?
When? That's a tricky question. It's kind of difficult.
When? So after 3 weeks, 1 day, the heart begins to beat.
Yeah.
Is it a baby then?
Yes.
So finish this question for me, will you? It's okay to kill a baby in the womb. When?
When? Oh, that's a good question. I would say,
So it's a baby in the womb?
Yeah.
Okay, finish the sentence for me, Brian. It's okay to kill a baby in the womb. When?
It's not really my... Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that.
You know what's happening? Your God-given conscience is saying to you it's wrong to kill a baby in the womb. And that's why you can't say it's okay. You know it's wrong. Your mother didn't abort you. You're a separate human being from your mother's body. Even when you're in the womb, you're a living entity created by God in His image. Because written on your heart is the word "you shall not kill." And you know intuitively that it's wrong to kill a baby in the womb. Even though full society says that, you know as a human being, you shouldn't say that. So conscience is very strong. The word conscience actually means with knowledge. Con is with, science is knowledge. So God's given you knowledge of right and wrong. You know it's wrong to lie and steal, commit adultery, blaspheme, and it's wrong to murder. It says things that we don't like. It says, hey, it's wrong to steal. If you're stealing and enjoying it, conscience says it's wrong to steal. It says it's wrong to lie. It also says it's wrong to kill a baby in the womb. And so that's why you can't say, yeah, it's right, because the conscience accuses you, and conscience is very strong. It drives people to drink and to suicide, and it's God-given. The heart begins to beat at 3 weeks, 1 day. Did you know that?
No.
Sucks its thumb at 9 weeks.
Oh.
So have you changed your mind about abortion?
Of course.
Are you going to vote pro-life?
Yes. Yes.
So you've changed your mind about abortion?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I have.
So you're going to vote differently now?
Yeah, I will.
Well, I just want to say thank you for opening my eyes on the part where you told me how my mother didn't abort me. That's very touching. And so it did change my perspective on abortion. I just need to find, I want to research myself more ethical laws and unethical.
That's very nice of you to say that. Thank you very much. Let me give you something to check out in a minute. It's a little booklet on the subject of pro-life. Did you know the heart starts beating at 3 weeks, 1 day?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Think it's okay for an abortion when the heart begins to beat?
No.
That's a 9-week-old baby. If you had to kill that child, how do you think you'd do it?
How would I do it?
Yeah, if it was your job to kill it, how would you do it?
I don't know. I wouldn't say how to kill it.
Do you know how they kill it?
Well, for me, honestly, I would never abort, even if I was pregnant right now.
Do you know how they kill it?
Kind of. That they, break the arms and legs first, or the head, and...
No, they crush the head. Look at that little picture again. They crush that head, and then they rip the arms and legs off. And then they put it on a table to make sure they got all the bits. Pretty horrible, isn't it?
Yes.
You still think it's a woman's right to choose? Open it up and it's got a picture of a 9-week-old baby.
That's crazy.
Could you take the life of that baby?
I could never.
That's a 9-week-old baby. That's what they dismember. They crush the head and rip the arms and legs off, and that's a modern-day abortion. Did you know that?
No, I did not. So they crush the baby, rip the arms and legs off while it's a living person.
Well, that's a 9-week-old baby.
Wow, this is... Oh.
So have you changed your mind about abortion today?
I mean, yes, I did. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do understand. It is wrong and it should be stopped.
You going to vote differently?
Yes.
Going to vote pro-life?
Yes.
You've changed your mind?
Yes.
That's a 9-week baby.
No way. Actually seeing it physically in this picture kind of like put me to think, like, you know.
Two things you must do to be saved. You must repent and trust alone in Jesus. When are you going to do that?
Today.
You serious?
I'm serious.
But I'm pro-choice, most certainly pro-choice.
What's a good reason for killing that baby?
Well, I guess let's begin with what define baby. Are we defining just a heart? I mean...
Would you like to see a picture of a baby? I'll show you one at about 9 weeks. Hang on a second. So it's okay to kill that baby when?
It's never okay. I mean...
Have you just changed your mind about abortion?
I changed my mind.
So you're going to vote differently when it comes to abortion?
Yes. Yes. After, I mean, you put this in front of me, and it's really, it's easy for me to say, well, it's just a fetus with arms and legs, but you put this in front of me, and I could tell you that's a child. I don't think it's okay to kill a baby.
Make sure you check out the Living Waters podcast and this. It's everything I've ever learned in 50 years of apologetics and evangelism. Get your copy of the Evidence Study Bible and check out the starter kit while you're there at livingwaters.com. The interview you just watched is from our video called 7 Reasons. You've got to watch it. It's a real eye-opener, and you can do that now by clicking here.